This is a sound check, baby.
Sound check?
You gotta have a sound
You gotta
check.
know what you sound like.
It would help.
What's this Google?
If for a sound check, it would help if I had the audio turned on.
It would be useful to actually be able to hear.
All right, audio's good. I repeat, now that we've gone through all that, which is much longer than your average sound check. In fact, one might say it wasn't a sound check at all.
No, it wasn't.
We're good to go. So, hello everybody, and welcome back to Roll Out of Bed, where no matter what time it is,
We just woke up.
I'm your game master Nev,
And I'm your player, Ian.
and as always, we are not as always, as per normal. I don't know.
Currently.
As per we've been going, we're playing the yeah, it's one of them mornings.
We're playing the feud.
One of those mornings. We're playing the what?
No, that's an old. Never mind.
Okay. All right.
It's
I like
an old game show reference. I'm pretty sure.
I did like it. We're playing the campaign Brave New World, and we are using the system GURPS. GURPS is the system I'm most familiar with. I've been using it for 8.5 years. Ian probably a year and a half, maybe 2 now.
Probably.
And GURPS uses a 3 dice system that is 3d6, and you want to roll below your target number. If you want an example of what a character sheet looks like, you can check the link in the description to Ian's character sheet. Oh, and Ian, what else is in the description now?
Oh, our link to our Instagram and Twitter. So go follow those.
Those will probably become used at some point.
Yeah. I hate that we plug ourselves now.
We have to.
This is a new low
This
for
is
our
just,
lives.
this is just how life has to be now.
I can't believe we've become social media promoters.
I don't know if we've become that much, but
Content creators.
we've created content.
At
We
least
can
3
take that.
contents.
Well, a little warning for today's episode, not like a warning. It's going to end. That wasn't like danger. It's going to end a little bit sooner. Don't have an exact time frame. Probably like half an hour to 20 minutes sooner. It's my finals week in college here.
Also known as college.
Yeah, it's my finals week here in college, and I got a final at 2:30. So I'm going to head out a little bit earlier just to make sure I don't fail my class.
That'd be good. Don't do that.
It would be good. And then after this week, I'm completely free. Ian is not.
I'm not. I still have college because I don't go to private school.
But he doesn't make the sessions, so they will improve from here. Also, don't call me out like that. All right. But yeah. All right. Are we ready for the summary of last time?
Yes, let's do that.
All right. So, not a...
One
No,
watching.
we didn't sound ready. All right.
We have one watching. I'm just laughing at it.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's too early. They're asleep.
It's fair. It's 12:30.
Yeah, I know it's 12:30. I was taking a nap when you got here.
I'm aware.
I legitimately did roll out of bed.
I wish I did.
Yeah, you had to take a bus. What a loser. Anyway, no. Okay.
Anyways, go for it.
I'm going for it. All right, not a lot actually happened last time. Last time you got into a brief, it really was a brief
Very
combat with Joe, during which you were shot once, struck twice.
Yep.
I think you almost hit him once.
I did almost
You
hit him.
almost got him.
With a knick-knack.
And then you were judo thrown in a way that all of the ligaments and muscle and sinew in your arm were torn, and your arm was disconnected. You're still not entirely sure how. If it was something he did or something that just kind of happened, one of those things. But you have been missing your right arm ever since.
I sure have.
Yeah, after that,
Who
you... What? Sorry?
Who needs it? Who needs arms?
I think most people.
It's fair.
You got one. One's better than...
One's all you need, really.
One is all you need, really. After which oh yeah, that's right. The power went out in the ship. I'm sorry, this is a summary. I should be reading, not just going along. Yeah, the power went out on the ship. You staggered your way back towards what you hoped would be the vessel you used to get here, and you ran into 2 alien beings known as Marimba and Kratkatenkin.
Yeah, Kratkatenkin.
You were subsequently given medical attention by them, which stopped you from being on the brink of death. Now you're just near death. You're still missing your arm.
Oh, yeah.
But they healed the wound more or less. You then followed them onto their ship, and you journeyed for about a month to reach a new sector, one you'd never been to before. Upon leaving the ship, they said they'd be on planet for a few more days if you needed anything, or if you couldn't find a way off by then. And then you left to go look for some way to contact the Sakamuras. You don't speak the language here, for the most part. It looks like there's some common, and you realized upon trying to have your first interaction that you don't have any currency on you, nor does it look like they use standard amalgamate credits anyway. But You did nonetheless manage to barter your way into a phone booth of sorts in a what would it be called, like a communication lounge kind of, and you dialed the number for the General Sakamura line.
I did.
And you heard a phone begin to ring nearby.
I did, which is worrisome at best.
All right, so I believe that's where we were. Before we get fully into this swing, let me just make sure there's nothing I'm forgetting on you. Nope, you don't have any daily rules. You're nicer to me than most of my players.
It's true.
We are live, just confirming that.
I did not take enemies this time.
I'm just going to check one more time. Yeah, we should be live. All right. I'm also just checking because apologies, the first few minutes of our video got cut off last time when it uploaded. Don't know what happened with that. Hopefully it won't happen with this one again. If you do, I mean, if it does, we're starting here. So that should give it time to cut off what's not here.
Hopefully.
You just missed the intro, which I'm sure...
We did spend like almost a minute on the sound check, to be fair.
That's fine. Everybody likes sound. I like sound.
I do too.
All right. Good. But yes, you hear... So I guess we're good to go. Yeah. Okay. You hear a phone begin to ring nearby. I mean, also the phone to your ear is ringing.
That's good. That's good that they're both.
It's more of just plugged into your, unless you would explicitly be using the what would it be on? I'll just call it on board. I don't know what to call it. It's just the computer console.
Right.
Unless you were specifically using the onboard microphone, then it would just plug into your like suit systems, your intercom.
I probably wouldn't specifically be using that. Whatever, it's fine.
I was just wondering what you were using.
Probably just the onboard.
Okay.
In my suit.
Yeah.
Easier.
Oh, in your suit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Privacy and all that.
The phone has been ringing for probably about 20 seconds now. It hasn't been hung up, but it's also not being picked up. The ringing has seemed to stay pretty equidistant from you. It hasn't moved away or gotten any louder.
Okay. So, there's like a door to this booth, or is it like a curtain?
Oh, there's a door.
Okay.
You're in kind of like a small tinted glass booth.
Tinted glass. So can I see out?
Kind of. Yeah. What do you want to see?
I want to see like how many people are out in the lobby.
Okay. Yeah. You probably can't make out that fine of details, but you can get like a vague idea. In the lobby, there's probably about like 8 or 9 people.
That's more than I was hoping for.
It's not like packed, but like there's a decent number out there.
Here. Can I crack the door open like a little bit and see if I can like using like both
using
my
your
ears and eyes
senses?
Yeah, right. No, both my ears kind of like pinpoint at least closer to like where it's coming from.
Yeah, I'd say definitely.
If not like exactly.
Sorry, I snickered because you said crack, and I thought you were gonna just like immediately smash this glass booth, and I was like, why are you
just
like, well, please,
out there?
Please behave. Please behave.
I follow laws.
Well, you don't know the laws here, but
I don't cause property damage yet.
That's true. That's true, at least. All right, but yeah. So, would you give me a
Yes.
I was gonna say a stealth roll since you're trying to do this stealthily. You don't have one, but give me a DX -4 anyway.
Okay.
I mean, failure won't be that bad, but you don't have stealth.
That's cool. I failed.
Okay, by
that's 6. That's by 5.
By 5. Okay. Yeah, you're doing your best to be stealthy. I mean, the boot's a little loud. I mean, like it's a little creaky. It's like you can tell that it must actually be soundproof because it's a lot louder when you crack open the door. But you look out and you can hear the ringings actually is fairly loud. It's like the lobby's pretty. The upside of the lobby being this full is that it's pretty bustling. People aren't really looking in your area. They're talking to each other mostly.
That's good.
And as you look out, you can see more than I thought. You can see it's kind of like more towards the not the entrance where you came in, but the exit just opposite side of the same kind of lobby area. Right. It's kind of one of those buildings that goes through like the train stations when you're signing in your ticket.
Yeah.
And you can see there is it sounds like from where you are, it's coming from maybe like a trash can near the exit or either that or directly outside. Those are the only things you see in that line of sight.
Interesting. Well, that's odd.
I mean, what you assume to be some kind of receptacle. Trash can maybe.
Right.
Maybe out of your guessing range.
Some
sort container. Some sort of. Yeah, just cylinder. I couldn't.
Yes.
I was trying to think of a funny word. I'm not funny. Whatever.
Who is this economy?
Who can afford the humor?
Mr. Mulaney. He's the only one.
Truly.
Okay. Then I'm gonna let it ring through to see if it ever is picked up, and then if it isn't, I'm gonna call back. And
if
then,
it ever is picked up. Okay. Sure. Let me get some little dice out here for you. Okay. I don't know when I started rolling on my keyboard. It does work somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But okay. Yeah. So it rings through. It rings for about. And you'd guess like you don't have absolute timing, do you? Oh
Nope.
no, you do.
Wait, what? I don't.
Wait, isn't that the?
Oh, I do.
It's the first thing on your.
I just don't remember why I took it.
I mean, you can if you ever need to know what time it is, you know. I mean, if you were on standard, like your planet or the planet you know is time, you don't know what planet this is, so you can't really guess the time here.
I can't. Not at all.
Not really, no. But you can tell it was exactly 2 of your standard minutes before the phone stopped ringing.
2 whole minutes.
And it goes to voicemail. And it's a pretty professional kind of robot voicemail, like what you get on like a company thing. It's like, hello, no one is available to take your call.
Right.
To go to like nearest, hit like this to go to, and then there's like it gives a list of like specifics, like here's like Kravitz and Eddie and Ryu and
cool,
like those, and like some more major names.
Right. I will go to Kravitz.
Okay.
And leave a message there saying, well, I did find Joe, and then he tried to kill me, and then he ripped my arm off. So that kind of tells you how I'm doing. And I'm gonna hang up.
Okay.
And
yeah, and you hang up and you get like a nice little pre-recorded message like, thank you for your patronage. Your message will be sent in 2 to 3 business weeks. Thank you.
Great. Can I call back?
What do you mean? You mean the first option you heard? What do you mean? Like, you just want to call again, same number.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly.
Cool. Do I hear the ringing again?
Yeah, you do.
Cool.
You paid for this booth, not like a specific amount of time in it.
Good. That's what I need. So I call back. And I'm gonna go see if I can find the source of the ringing.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Give me a. You don't have search.
No.
Give me a. I guess this is just a perception on my part. Actually, I'll just roll perception for you.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad. You do see. You get around to the. Actually, no. You get to the exit doors, and it's like sliding doors, just like normal.
Right.
It's not really a lot of people coming in and out, so you're not really in the way of anything. You can see there's what would I call it? There is there's right directly outside. I couldn't think of the word for a bench, like a park bench. That was. I hate that. You know how it is with simple words.
I do.
Yeah. So there's a park bench directly outside that has a briefcase sitting on it, and directly inside there's a trash can. You can tell it's from one of those two. They're directly opposite each other, but that's the best you could tell with. I mean, you could like look at them further, but from just your initial observation, that's the best you got.
Cool. I'm gonna go and look into the trash can and see if I can see like the light of a screen, because that should be a good indication if it's in there.
Okay. Before I'm gonna let you do that, but I'm just letting you know this isn't like a lidded trash can. This is just like like they have in the school cafeteria with like the open rim.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
I was just saying. It's not terribly dark inside.
Well,
but
still, you're gonna see like
no,
other things.
No, I'm saying it'll work. It's just not going to be like super obvious.
Well, hopefully, light reflects off of other objects. Like normal.
Okay, but yeah, no, it seems like you had the right idea. You look in here and you can see there does appear to be something flashing like rhythmically with the beeping or ringing, whatever you call it.
Okay, I'm just gonna reach in and grab it.
Oh, okay. It's a little slimy, but yeah.
Okay.
You pull out what looks like it's the equivalent of like a flip phone. It's like it's a really cheap, like you could buy this at like a corner store or 7. Yeah, exactly. It's like what you would see as a generic burner model.
Great.
Not model. It's not a specific thing they make, but like what you would you know.
Buy it at any Walmart.
Yeah. It's like, I gotta go get me a burner model before my trip to Europe. For the boys.
I love those burners. They really hurt on the hands, but that's so nice.
Ooh, I like the combination, like cell phone and like one of those like alcohol like hand warmers.
Yeah,
keep you warm while you're calling.
Yeah, it's great.
We have those now in the future. That's a new item. You can buy it now in shops.
That's a real thing.
In this campaign, you can now buy those in shops.
I'm so excited. I'm just gonna fill my inventory with them. Nothing but those.
It's gonna get heavy.
You bet.
All right, but yeah, sorry. So yes, you reach in and you pull it out.
Okay, so just a nice little basic phone.
That's cool. And it's ringing an unlisted number.
Awesome.
Cool. I mean, like it's being rung by. You know
right.
what I mean? Yeah.
I'm gonna decline the call.
Okay.
And then, does the phone have like a password on it? I'm
no.
trying to get into the phone.
No, it definitely doesn't. Cool. This phone has like you can tell time, you can leave notes, you can text, and you can talk.
Okay, awesome.
It might not even have video function.
That's fine. Does it have any context in it?
Maybe. Actually, give me a higher or lower.
Okay, higher.
It doesn't have any contacts.
Dang it.
It has two listed but unnamed numbers in recent calls.
Listed but unnamed.
Like you can see the number, but it's not like labeled.
Right.
I didn't know how to say that right.
Are they both the same?
They're two different numbers.
Oh, okay.
And they're not the number you're calling from.
That's good.
The one you're calling from came through as unlisted.
Okay. That's quite interesting. I'd like to call the first one. The like oldest. The farthest back.
Okay. Yeah, so you're just hitting the thing and hitting dial?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just redo.
Okay. It rings for about a second or two, and then it immediately disconnects, and it just says the number you were trying to reach is no longer in service, or like the equivalent.
Well, that's probably another burner phone then. Then I'll try the other one.
Okay.
I'm doing my best to get in contact with these people.
Okay. The second one you call, you dial it and it picks up immediately. You don't know why that is, but I mean, it can happen. I guess. I guess it could happen with a person, but it's likely an automatic system.
Right.
And there's a long. I don't know how long you're willing to stay on the line, but there's a long sequence of just strange beeps and tones and whatever. Do you have any kind of give me a. I'm going between weird science and spacer. Give me weird science, I guess.
Okay. Oh, that's not great. That's bad, actually.
Is that a failure?
Hold on. That's 11. That was 4. That's a failure by 1.
Failure by 1? Okay. That's not that bad. I'd say you can still tell with that.
Okay.
You can guess that with the after it goes on for a while, you can get it's the equivalent of like some kind of it's either like a login or some kind of like information transfer thing, kind of like how dial-up used to be sound-based with how it would connect. So it's like it's something.
Right.
And it's sound-based. It's some kind of sound-based cipher for something.
Well, that's odd.
But you don't have the
cipher.
Yeah, the cipher for it. So
not helpful at all. Actually, not helpful at all.
Assuming that is what it is.
Yeah. Well, either way, either I know what it is and I can't use it, or I don't know what it is at all. So, that's fine. Then I will hang up on that.
You do notice, you do realize at this point that this phone was able to, if it was a burner, it was able to just make 2 calls and did receive 2 calls.
That's true.
No, that's just something you realized.
It did. Which is interesting. I wonder. Well, I mean, I don't think they might not filter specific numbers. But okay, I'm gonna use this phone to try and call the Sycamore line specifically.
Okay.
The general one.
Yeah, sure.
See if that one gets me through instead of just a random number.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know how they filter.
Okay, so you dial, and it does like not the ringing, but like the connecting noise for like a good 10, 20 seconds. And then after a little while, it says, the number you're trying to reach is out of range. Please connect to a relay or try again at a later date.
That is quite bothersome.
It does make sense, though.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it's a little annoying.
Oh, no, absolutely.
That's all right. I can work with this. Well, then I'm going to Does my ship have a specific frequency or number I could call essentially?
Oh, like that. You have a specific radio frequency, a long distance number? Let me think. There's no reason you does that. I'm not even gonna give you a higher or lower for this one. This is something that you can just decide. Is that something you think you explicitly would have set up on your ship?
I think so, especially because I'm floating around looking for work.
Then I'll say yeah.
Yeah, because
then I'll say yeah, definitely.
Cool. I'd like to call my ship, please.
Okay. On this phone, or would you like to go back to the?
I'll go back to the booth.
Okay. Okay. Oh no! Third dice, please stay on the table. All right. Okay. Yeah. So you dial. You dial for about another 10, 20 seconds. Actually, it connects for for a good 10 seconds first, and then you dial for a good 10, 20. And after a few more seconds, what is that? That's okay. Yeah, it says you're able to record a message, but the number isn't available for instant contact.
All right. Well, that's all right. Then I shall record a message to Sam saying, "Hey, Sam, I'm not dead, which is good." Did the people say what planet this planet is called?
No, you just got its but you have its coordinates. Let me pull those up while you can keep talking.
I'm here at. I'm gonna give the coordinates.
Yeah.
If you could come this way, that would be really nice. Hopefully you're not destroyed. Good luck, and then that's it. That's the whole message.
Yeah, I mean that works. Okay, this was tilde G asterisk.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
Go for it. At least it should be. There's two right next to each other in these notes, so I think that's the right one. It's either that one or the other one. I'm sure I've said both. I'll go back and 100% confirm that later, but you told Sam the right one, so you don't need to worry about it.
Cool.
Okay. So from there, let's see. So yeah, you've done that now.
Yes.
And that one didn't give you the message will be delivered in blank days afterwards. So you're okay. That could be good. It could be better. Could be worse.
Who knows?
Probably better.
I'm gonna assume it is, and
this is how we talk now.
This is no, it's not.
That's not right.
Yeah. Then I'm just gonna. Do we have anyone else to contact?
No,
I don't know anyone else.
If you know any other people in character, that's for you to decide. But in the context of this session, of this campaign, I do not believe so.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure I know people.
Yeah,
but I don't know people, and contacting my home world is pretty useless to me. So I'm going to then.
So probably not possible.
Probably not.
No. Yeah.
Which is why it's useless.
Yeah, it would be useless. Yeah.
So then I'm just gonna leave the booth and kind of.
Oh, what did you do with the burner?
Oh, I pocketed it.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure if you put it back in the trash or if you had it on you.
Who needs it? No, I'm gonna keep it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just kind of meander my way back to the platform that they docked at. The Marimba and
Krat and
Marimba and friend.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, you're just going back there.
Yeah, just kind of not like speedily, just kind of meandering through the market, taking the sights and smells and sounds.
Okay, yeah. You're on your way back. I'll say you can look again for what you looked for on the way in, things to. Actually, that was not really necessary anymore, is it?
Not really.
No, because you found that communication station.
Yeah.
You were gonna build a radio. I forgot.
I was gonna build a radio. I mean, I'll look around for anything I recognize.
Okay.
At least.
Sure.
Because most of it's pretty alien.
Give me a number from 1 to what is this? A D8? Nah, D10. Give me a 1 to 10.
7.
Okay. So you see one stand that you can tell is selling a bunch of different types of swarms.
Oh, that's cool. Once again, I have no access to credits, but
yeah, that's all you really recognize in this. I mean, the other thing is you recognize them as mostly fruits and maybe some kind of tools.
Right.
The fruits they look good, but they're not something you were used to, and the tools look like they were shaped for hands that aren't how yours are shaped.
Well, that's. Yes, we are now a 1920s radio show.
I did like that.
Okay, well, neither of those are particularly interesting, especially due to my lack of money.
Yeah, I was just saying that's all you really see on your walk back.
That's all right. I wasn't really hoping for anything specific. So I will just make my way back then without really taking any stops.
Our Mr. You may have retracted that message, but I saw your JoJo reference. Anyway,
How are Marimba and what's his face doing?
Marimba and Krat,
Yeah.
they're not on board currently.
I'm never gonna remember Krat's name.
Krat Katenkin?
I am never gonna remember that.
Why not?
I don't know, because Marimba is just too memorable.
Really? I thought it was the other way around.
Nah.
Right. That's fair.
It's just I just love Marimba so much. That's why.
That's fair. That is fair.
Crap might grow on me though. So they're not around currently?
No, not currently.
That's all right. So are there other like ships coming in and out?
Oh, the port? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ships here. I mean, they're not on board.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just wasn't sure if you understood that. Sorry.
Yeah. I assumed they hadn't lied to me and just left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, sorry. Just
Just
when you asked about other ships, I was making sure I didn't mislead you.
no, I was just wondering.
Yeah, there are other ships coming in and out.
Cool. I would like to wander around and just kind of like look at the general makes and models and see if I can kind of see if there's any general like trend or if I recognize any interesting ones.
Okay.
From like anything I would actually know of.
Sure. Give me a let me look at your sheet. You got. Don't think you have any starship skills.
No.
I guess just a spacer.
I can do that. That's not a bad.
Spacer to see how many you can recognize.
I realized I don't have any like actual skills under 11, which
That's not bad.
I've never done that before.
Everything's above 50%.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's a really good roll.
That's a 6. What's your spacer?
Spacer is 13.
Not a crit.
Nah.
That's still good. Still good.
Better than a crit fail.
Oh, definitely better than a crit fail.
I crit fail, I blow something up without
It's
touching
not
it.
a radio though, so that's fine. Yeah.
The only things I can crit fail on are radios and arms.
And arms. I mean, you didn't. You did.
I did. I straight up
You
crit
did
fail.
technically crit fail. You
I
can't.
was.
You rolled the highest you could have, but you can't technically crit fail a damage.
I did. I rolled one under the highest.
A 1 under. My mistake.
I rolled 1 5 and 2 6.
Yeah, you can see. Ooh, what was that? Sorry, I think I bumped the mic. Yeah, there's a lot of ships from. Okay, not a lot of ships. There's at least 6 ships from planets you recognize. The rest are all makes you don't really like. Not understand, but they're just like they're ships that are like, yeah, I've definitely never seen this before. Okay, so there's one ship from Conditus. I didn't know if you want to write those down. That should do you want to?
Yes.
Okay, I'll pause for you then. There's one from Conditus. There's one from Hermes. There's one from Juno. There's one from Succulus. There's one from Saber. Sorry, I just listed 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure I counted right. And there's one from Niskai.
I would like you to know that I spelled succulus with 2 C's.
No, it's
Wrong.
not. Okay,
But I put them in there.
I do hate you for it. Okay, and you can tell there's one other ship you recognize, but it's not like it's really old. It's like when you I'm gonna call it worse than a classic. It's like
right.
When you see like an old tank or something, it's like, ooh, that's weird. Who's driving that around? You can see
there's like a relic that no one actually wants.
Kind of, yeah. You can see there's a ship from what you recognize as the Oop, gotta check my notes. But yeah, sorry. You see a ship that belongs to a long disbanded military unit during the Elonian era, during the Elonian War. Actually, I just have to. We can come back to what it's called because my notes are being bad. My screen that's not chat is freezing on me, which is exactly what I wanted at all times of the day.
That's technology, baby. Gotta love when it works.
When's that?
Never.
That's cool. Okay, but yeah, sorry. So what are you doing?
I was just kind of looking around to see like how familiar things were here. And after
not terribly, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's more than I actually expected. Which is nice. Then I'm going to actually I'm gonna approach one of the ones I remember. Hold on, let me roll a d6.
Yeah, you'd best.
5. I want to walk up to the one from Saber. And see if I can find like a pilot or a crew member or something.
Okay.
I'm-
Sure, it's possible.
My hunch here is that if I recognize the model, I might be able to actually talk to them.
Yeah, that's possible. Okay. Ooh, not the best of luck. There doesn't appear to be anybody around on this ship.
Ah, all right. That's a 2. Then I'll wander over to the Hermes
The
ship.
Hermes ship? Okay. Okay. Sure. So you wander over to the ship and you get up to like the front entrance, I guess. Where do you go from there? Do you just go right up to the ship, or just near and see if anybody's nearby?
I'll go right up to the ship. I'm a friendly guy.
Okay. You go right up to the ship, and as you get towards the walkway, the front door just kind of opens.
Huh.
It just kind of slides open,
Like
like in a motion sensor kind of way.
I'm not gonna actually enter. I'm just gonna like poke my head in and go, "Hello, anyone there?"
Okay. You don't actually seem to get a response.
Well, I'm not going to trespass.
Okay.
That's kind of against most laws. I don't know.
No, it definitely is.
I don't know the laws of this planet.
Well, no, but I think most is fair.
Yes. So, then I'll just move on to the Juno make.
Okay. The Juno makes Crimson Legion. Okay, that's the
Crimson
name of
Legion.
that. That's the name of the other ship. Sorry, my notes were filed in the wrong folder. But yeah, there you go. So there's that. You're writing that down. I see. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do the same little check around for crew to the what did I say, Juno?
Juno. You think the ship from Juno? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, you find the crew does appear to be at this ship.
Cool.
So you find there's 3 people of 3 different races that you don't recognize, and there's 1 human. And they're kind of out in like a semi kind of a circle in front of the ship. They're all vaguely dressed in like, you can't tell they're engineers explicitly, but they're in kind of like dirty, sturdy kind of that kind of clothing.
Like workman's garb.
Yeah.
I will approach and mainly addressing the human, but kind of like the whole group, and say, "Hello, friends. How are you in this fine day?"
Okay. Let me see. Do you wanna roll diplomacy for the first interaction with these guys, or?
Oh, yeah. Yes,
It's not required to. It does add to your reaction bonus.
I might as well.
Your reaction modifier. Sorry,
What's the worst that can happen?
I
I
shouldn't
crit
say-
fail.
that is actually, but if you fail
Yes.
diplomacy, it doesn't actually add.
Don't worry.
Diplomacy's good like that.
That's 11, 12. So I succeeded by 2.
2's better than nothing. Okay, so let's see. So that's open that on the reaction table. That is good.
Yay!
Okay, cool.
I like it when people don't hate me.
It is preferable. It is preferable.
Usually.
Usually. No, I think almost always.
Not always.
No?
No, because if that person is generally hated and then they hate you, you're more likely to be liked by others.
I guess, but I feel like there's something wrong with that one.
You think it's a little logical fallacy?
I feel like there's a little loophole in there that I just haven't discovered yet.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That's not no. Anyway, no.
It sometimes works.
It's sometimes true, so are a lot of things in life.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah, you sure don't. All right. Anyway.
I'm not a smart man.
Yeah, sorry. You go to the group of the humans and you say that, or not the group with a human.
Yeah.
And you get, okay, the human's gonna respond to you. It looks like mostly. Oh, human. We don't common. Neither of those are common out here. What did you ask again?
I just said, "How are you doing?"
Okay, you just said how you're doing. We're doing fine. What brings? You need something?
Oh, well, yes, I was. Well, actually, so I've kind of been out of the loop for a little while. Not exactly sure how long. So I was just wondering if there's any big news going on? Any crazy stuff happening that I haven't heard of?
Sorry, I'm looking what that roll means. I didn't mean to just leave you. I didn't mean to just leave him staring into your eyes, dead for that long.
Awkward silence.
I didn't realize quite how long I'd spaced out into my notes. Yeah, no. So he stops and he does think for a second, and he goes, no, nothing terribly out of the normal that I can think of. I mean the war's picking up a little, but that's not on our side of the system. So,
well, can't say I like war, but truly, who does?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
So, how's the trades going?
How's the trades going? I don't know what you're trying to get out of this guy, but all right, okay.
I'm not sure yet. So,
it's going fine. I don't
interesting.
really know how much I'm supposed to talk about with non-crew. I'm sorry. Did you want something or?
Honestly, like I said, I've kind of been out of the loop and alone for quite some time. And so I'm really just looking for someone to fill me in on things and a little bit of human contact or any person contact, really.
And I'm
sorry to bother you, though.
Flattered, but I'm sure you can find somebody in town who knows more of what's happening than I do.
I just figured
we just pulled into port a few hours ago.
Same goes for me. So, strange question a bit, but have you heard of any major ships going missing recently in and I'd say the general sector?
Oh, E1W.
Yeah, the one with the fog.
Yeah, Rasputin's.
Yes.
Well, there's still the fog.
Well, the one the graveyard of ships. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's E1W. Okay. Rasputin's gift bearer with the star. And let's see. So he. Okay, that one is going to take a roll. Okay. Yeah. No. He says, no, I haven't heard of any ships going missing, and any bigger ones anyway, in a long time. I mean, single person vessels go losing missing all the time in this area. But you must be from further out than I am, traveler. I never heard of any E1W. Sorry, can't help you there.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't hear you.
I don't know what sector you're talking about, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't know how to get there.
Ah. Interesting. That's all right.
I'm glad I could help, I suppose.
Oh, I'm Benjamin Newman, by the way.
Ah. Well, I'm Casey Foreman, but I don't. I mean, I guess I'll be around. Our ship's stated to be here for a week or two.
That's absolutely fantastic.
You seem a bit out of your element.
I'm afraid I am. I'm not really used to this sector of space. I suppose you could say.
I guess that's fair.
So you seem to be you work on a ship. Yeah. What are you a mechanic?
What? Oh no, the gear. No, sorry. I'm our ship's empath, actually.
Oh, empath. Quite interesting. I've always wanted to meet an empath, but I've never run across one in my time. They're fascinating to me, really.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to objectify you in any way.
Oh, no, you're fine. I think you've probably run into more than you think, but
I'm sure I have. They've just never told me, probably. I don't try to pry into these things. But as I was saying, I mean, you clearly work on a ship. Have you heard about the Divine Source?
He kind of looks down for a good while, it sounds like something maybe he thinks he should have heard about. and then he looks back up and he goes, yeah, but it's been a while. Remind me on the details.
Well, it's this incredible thing, really, truly. So you see, actually, all technology, the inspiration, the knowledge of technology comes from a divine source that sends out the inspiration and allows us to build these incredible, marvelous ships and wonderful cities on planets and travel the stars to our heart's content. It's truly a wonderful thing. And really, I'm searching for it. Is truly my goal out here. So I was just wondering if you've heard any mentions of anything like it, or a strange planet that has incredible technologies that most people have never heard of, things like that. Probably rumors, but I'll take it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting you to get that impassioned there. You should head to Lusalis. That sounds like that's really sounds like their kind of thing. There is the only people I've heard talk about something like that with that kind of energy. I mean, they're good people. Yeah, not too far out either. But
incredible! I've never heard of that before. Thank you so much. I quite appreciate it. Truly, you are a gift.
Thanks.
And remember, the divine source is present in us all.
They do like a little awkward, like kind of half bow as they're dip. They like for the last few sentences they've been kind of like slowly dipping out towards their ramp.
Fantastic.
And on that last one, they're just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna go now.
Cool.
All right.
I also am going to walk away.
All right.
I'm not deterred at all by their.
No, that was a little interaction. I wasn't. Yeah, cool.
I remembered I'm technically
that's fine.
Pastor.
No, that's fine.
So.
Oh no, I knew
like,
as soon as you started, I was like, oh, all right.
Preach to the flocks. Fantastic. I think I have a new convert. I'm going to walk away.
All right, where are you going?
I'm going to head back to the ship and see if Marimba and Krat. I'll get there.
Think of it. Okay, just think of it.
No, I won't.
Think of
the brothers.
No.
Oh.
What? What brothers?
The Krat brothers?
Oh, I wasn't thinking. Okay, I'll be honest. What I was going to say was much worse.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, think of the squirrel from Ice Age and take off the S.
Oh, Scrat! I forgot about him.
Take off the S. That is
Oh.
absolutely not what I was thinking of when I made him. I just thought of that a few seconds ago, but it felt like something you might remember.
Oh, now I am going to remember.
It felt like something that you would remember.
Space Mormon's first victim.
That is that. Yeah, that's
that is
right.
what just happened. That's
true. That is true. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm gonna get so many people on my side.
Okay, yeah. So you're heading back to the ship. You're just walking down kind of the long. I'm not gonna call it. It's basically a sidewalk. It's like you're not quite parked on like a city block, but it's like that's more or less what this is designed to be like.
Right.
So you get about you're about halfway to the. Oh, that's right. You don't know the name of it. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah. No. You get halfway to their ship, and you are stopped by some sort of that sounded ominous. You're stopped by a group of uniformed people. They're not like visibly armed, and they don't appear to be. They're uniformed. You can't make out. Sorry, right. I rolled. You don't know what this uniform is, but they're all wearing the same garb.
Some sort of outfit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, chaps. What can I do for you?
Yeah, we just need to do. We have some reports in the area. If we could just do a real quick check of your person, if that's all right.
Certainly. I will inform you. I have very little, but a knife I do have on me, and also a cell phone. And I believe I don't have any other weapons other than the knife.
Okay. So you see one of the there's about 6 of them, and you see one of them leans into the guy in the center. I mean, he's dressed the same, but he's like you can tell from the way they're positioned that he's like this group's like leader,
right?
Like at least the one they're all the most comfortable telling things to. And you see him lean in, and you actually can make out what he said because you rolled really well or something. You hear him lean forward, and he said something. Actually, you can't make out everything he said, but you can hear something. You can hear something about the cell phone. And okay, one of the 2 of them are coming forward to like frisk you, basically.
Okay.
Is now a good time to remind you you're dressed kind of like a space opera kind of preacher?
Oh yeah, I am.
I just think it's kind of funny.
I fit the part.
Anyway, oh yeah, you totally were dressed like I probably thought you were gonna preach to him about Korthul.
Probably, but I definitely didn't.
No, you definitely did. That was the most jarring part.
Surprise.
Yeah, so no, they frisk you and they kind of like take things out of your pocket and set them back in. The only thing they get the cell phone and one guy kind of he looks down at it and he looks back up at you and he takes it and he takes it back to the group. And they're messing with that for a minute while the guy in front just stands and he's just kind of staring you down for a while. The people behind him are doing something.
Okay, I just smile pleasantly.
Okay, that's fine. He doesn't make any threatening gestures. He's just there.
As they're looking, I say to them, the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you ever heard of the divine source?
Okay. This guy is actually human, but
it's all right.
Okay, he doesn't even respond. That's a very bad reaction roll.
That's okay. I was legitimately expecting him not.
It's like before he wasn't making eye contact with you, but he was looking at you, and now he's just looking right past you. Like he's not even paying attention anymore. He's just there because his job demands it. Yeah. After a few minutes, they kind of the group of 4 or 5 behind him kind of like seems to draw him into the group, and he's there he talks for a few seconds. He can't make it. They're talking quietly on purpose, probably. And then he turns back to you and he hands you back the phone. And he says, "We found everything we needed. Thank you for your time. Sorry to disrupt your day."
No problem. I really wasn't doing much anyway. Good luck. Hope you have a wonderful day yourself.
And they just all nod, and like one at the back is like, "Yeah, you too." As they all walk by.
Very polite gentlemen. I appreciate them.
They actually were not that bad.
They weren't.
They
did not attack me. That's kind of my new threshold for polite.
It's pretty good. It's a good threshold to have. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe it's kind of low.
It is pretty low. Yeah.
Although to be fair, the first other being I met in this campaign directly attacked me. So
that is true. That is what happened.
Yes.
All right. But yeah. So would you like to continue heading back?
I would like to continue heading back. Although, so did they have any insignia on their uniform?
Oh, you mean the people who were just buying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. There's one. You just can't recognize it.
Okay.
You can commit it to memory, though.
I would like to do that.
Okay, you photograph memory. You don't have to roll or anything.
Good.
But yeah, so you've committed that to memory.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. You're heading back to the ship.
Yes.
All right. You head back in. You can hear voices off in the distance, so you assume they're back. It sounds like they're coming from like the training area.
All right. I'll head that way.
Okay. Yeah, so you head in, you head up the hallway and you enter the little training area and into the padded room, and you can see there's Krat and Marimba, and they're not like shouting, but they're just talking loud enough to be heard over what they're doing. And they're definitely just sparring. They're not speaking in common, but they're talking.
Okay. Well, I'll just I'll walk in and say, "Hey chaps, how's the trading going?"
Oh, friend, you are back.
I forgot how much I love them.
Trade is. Oh, sorry. There we go. I combined them for a second. That's better. Sorry, there he is. Okay. Trade's going. Trade. I mean, it could be going better, but trade's going pretty good actually. I'd like to be making quadruple, but triple's good.
That's good.
There's some. It's pretty packed. Actually, Planet's usually not this full.
Really? Yes. I was noticing the crowds are quite large. Of course, I had nothing to compare it to, so I just kind of assumed it was always like that. Quite a lovely little market there is out there.
Yes, market good for buying fruit.
Yes, I did see a good assortment of fruits. They looked quite delicious, actually. I was talking with a crew member of another ship just as I was wandering around. And he mentioned a certain planet, Lusalis? I was just wondering if you'd ever heard of it or knew anything about it.
Ah, yes, Lusalis. Lusalis is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 5 sectors from here. About a little over month and a half journey. It's a little. I don't want to call it. I'll say convent of sorts. Not quite a monastery. Small world. Little larger than above average moon. They're secluded. They worship technology. That's all I really know.
Interesting. Well, I must make a note of that and go there someday then. So, I feel like I was going to say something else, but I forgot.
Check your little handy notebook.
I didn't write it down. It's a thing.
Oh darn. Yeah.
Oh, were you by any chance stopped by a relatively large group of, well, not relatively large, a decent-sized group of men in uniform? Well, I actually don't know if they were all men, but people in uniform.
Uniform. What color uniform?
You said gray?
No, I said orange.
Orange. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was gray in my mind because I didn't hear a color.
That's fine. Maybe I didn't say orange out loud, in which case I apologize for
I don't remember hearing.
In which case I apologize for gaslighting everyone. I was imagining orange when I was talking about them. Maybe I didn't say it.
Orange.
Okay.
Then orange.
Oh, orange. I mean, that sounds like probably just the police force. No, I didn't stop us for anything. What did they stop you for?
Oh, I'm not actually quite sure. They just kind of stopped me and said they were looking for something, I don't really know, and then they said they were going to search me, and I said okay, because I had nothing to hide, you know. I don't believe I've broken any laws, not that I would know if I had. And they searched me and said, go on about your day, and so I did. So, have you heard anything about them being on alert for something?
Not until just now, but if they're searching people, they're looking for something. Did they seem to jump at anything you had?
Oh, they did. They did inspect a sort of the cell phone I have.
Whoa, yes, you got some kind of cell phone?
Yes.
Oh boy, that's suspicious.
Suspicious.
Okay, we're gonna need just a second. Okay, Marimba, I'm gonna need you to take a look at that. Can we see the phone?
Oh, absolutely.
Can we see the phone real quick? Thank you. That'd be great.
Actually, I didn't actually. This isn't actually my phone per se. I actually found it.
Yeah, no, of course.
He thinks I'm lying.
He absolutely thinks you're lying. Look how you're dressed.
I forget I look like I'm in a cult.
Right, we take a look at the phone.
Absolutely.
Be right back.
I believe it's connected to the Sakamuras.
Okay, and then right about then, actually directly then, you do hear a voice behind you say, "Yep, that's just about right, baby." All right, and you didn't
recognize the voice?
Higher or lower?
Lower.
You do. You recognize this voice as hit TV personality Eddie Sakamura.
Eddie, heck yeah. Love Eddie.
You didn't hear the door open, but I mean,
that's okay. That's fine.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Tots.
It's not even that. It's a cell phone I took out of a garbage.
Is that a better excuse? You think I found it in the garbage?
I think
you just add like theft to the list.
Yeah, I think that might be actually worse.
I think it might be.
Not only theft, but
dumpster diving is illegal.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, you hear that's right. That's just about right, baby.
Fantastic. I'll turn around to look at the way the voice is coming from.
Okay, you turn around. It is Eddie. Yeah.
That's good.
You can see, he looks a little, I don't quite know how to say this right. He doesn't look bad. He just looks, I guess, disheveled would be a good word. Like, not actively. Like, he looks more tired than the Eddie you're used to seeing, if that makes sense.
Well, TV personalities. Yeah. They never look
like he's got like some stubble. He's got a little bit more of a gut. He's a little less chiseled. I mean, like he still looks good.
Right.
It's like you look at him and you're like, huh, that's a little odd.
Interesting. I'll say, so I suppose my suspicions are confirmed then. What brings you here?
Yeah, you're holding it to my knowledge. See, we got a little ringer, shall we say, back at little family matters base. Somebody called the secure line from an unmarked number.
Yes, that would probably have been me.
Yeah, Burner isn't really helping here, so we're gonna need you to come with me.
Absolutely. Benjamin Newman, by the way.
Ah, all right. Eddie Sakamura. He's gonna shake your hand. Can you give me a will roll?
A will roll?
That's true.
Is he attacking me?
Unclear.
Okay, well, I'm not the worst at will. Hey, that's not bad. That's 6-7. That's a success by 3.
Success by 3, you say?
Or wait, no. Sorry, I forgot.
What?
5.
5 is better than 3.
Yeah, because it's not. It didn't change it because it's dumb. Because Max sucks.
Okay. Yeah, you get a little. You feel a little tiny jolt. It could just be static electricity.
Okay.
It's not really noticeable. Yeah, you just shake his hand regularly.
Unfazed smile.
He just kind of, unless you actually resist, he's gonna after you shake hands, he's like putting some handcuffs on you.
Handcuffs? No.
Okay. You're just like, yeah, okay, that's fair.
I mean, I'm holding a cell phone that was not mine. I'm not like at all like, oh, how dare you?
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, so everything's going pretty calmly then.
Question about the handcuffs. I have one arm.
Yeah, you do.
He just cuffed my one arm.
Yeah, basically.
What does that do exactly?
You're cuffed to him.
Okay, I was confused.
Sorry, I didn't say that. That is my. I was wondering where your confusion was for a second, then I realized I didn't say that.
I was like, it's just kind of dangling.
No, sorry, you're cuffed to him.
There's no bracelet.
I realize that does make much more sense when I say the whole thing out loud.
Okay, yes, that's fine.
All right, yeah. So yeah, and he kind of leads you. Krat and Marimba are just kind of looking on, like they don't say anything, but you can tell in their eyes they're just kind of like, should we do something? Or they don't say anything. They're just watching.
I'm just going to like. Well, I can't actually. I was going to say I give them a jaunty wave, but I don't.
I mean, your hand isn't like completely restricted. It's just handcuffed to him.
I'll just like nod at them.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
But just kind of like a reassuring, like it's fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay. As you're heading out the door, you hear Krat just says, "We'll stick around like a few more days if you get out."
Okay. I'll say don't worry about me. I'll come back if I do, and if not, good luck on your journeys.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. You did, Tuts. That was the beginning of last session.
Yes, that's true.
That was the very, very beginning of last session. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're being led out. You get led basically just outside, and you can see parked in like. I'm not gonna call it emergency parking because it's not quite true. It's more like kind of on the curb and grass.
Okay.
You can see like it's small in that it's not a medium class ship, but it's really large for a small vessel. If that makes sense. Like it's a big 1 or 2 person vessel. It's painted like bright red. It's got like black and orange like flames down the sides. It's mostly like semi-spherical. It's kind of, think of like Samus's ship, like that,
right?
Like that kind of shape, but much smaller.
Okay.
So it's that kind of shape.
Cool.
And he just kind of like opens a side door, and it opens down like a plane more or less, and he steps. Or actually, no, sorry, that's right. He steps inside, and you follow with the handcuffs. Yeah.
Don't have much choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say he waves you, and it's like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
He's like, go.
That'd be uncomfortable for everyone.
It would.
Yeah, no, it just would. I thought about that for a second.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I gotta make a roll. All right, we're good. Okay. So he sits down at piloting, and there's like the co-pilot seat next to it. And I assume you just kind of probably sit. There's enough room that you can sit there as well. And yeah, he starts typing in some coordinates, and he's gonna start flying the ship.
Okay. As he's doing that,
okay.
I'm gonna say. So, have you ever heard of the Divine Source?
Let's see. Okay. He just turns, and Definitely not angry. Like there's no frustration or any negativity from him. He just goes like, "Yeah, it's not gonna work on me, buddy. Sorry. Keep the speech for someone else."
Well, if you say so, you're the one holding the keys.
Yeah, I suppose I am. I lost a dice. There it is. Okay.
Don't do that. You need those.
Yeah. So the ship takes off. Starts flying. Probably definitely faster than he's supposed to be in an inner city area, but like nobody's stopping him. Yeah, and the ship. Yeah, he's not going orbital, so you assume he's going somewhere else on the planet, likely.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. They're really fast, apparently. Yeah. So it looks like he does actually towards the end of your journey just barely orbital. It really only takes maybe 10-20 minutes journey. It looks like you went like maybe almost halfway around this planet, and you stopped where it looks like it's not quite a polar cap. It's a cap, but it's not quite. It's colder, but it's not like frozen.
Right.
And it looks like there is a large vault-like building.
Ah, well, that's a little imposing, I must say.
That looks like what he's leading you towards.
All right. I will continue to allow him to take me wherever he wishes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So he's taking you forward, and you're walking through. You walk through this large, more or less empty field. There are flowers and trees of various. None of them appear to be of the same variety. They appear to be like a large mix of tropical and arid climate things, and just this huge mix of like things from like planets you recognize and plants you don't entirely in this field as you walk through it.
This is quite the eclectic collection of plants you have here.
Yeah, this is a pretty nice place on the world, really. Yeah,
it really is.
And yeah, as you walk more towards the building, you can see that there is you pass through a fine what looks like a fine layer of mist. As you go through it, you can tell there's actually a very low pressure force shielding around the thing. You're not sure what for. It was definitely thin enough that you could just walk through it. You assume it's for some kind of air pressure or maybe germ. So it's some kind of purpose, but you could tell that you walked through it.
Right.
And as you get closer to the building, it's a lot larger than it initially looked. It looks like maybe goes up 3 floors. It's not terribly wide. But it goes back a ways into the hillside behind it. And it looks like it probably goes down as well. It looks like it's a fairly featureless, this large gray. It's not stone, but it looks stone-like material. And Eddie gets up to the front and he types in something in a keypad, and he puts his hand up to the thing, and he does a retinal scanner. And after all of these, just a regular person-sized door opens up, appears, and then consequently opens up in the wall there.
This is quite some impressive architecture, I must say.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't. I'm gonna have to ask somebody else about that. I didn't have a big part in building this, but it's a nice place. I like coming by.
Oh, I definitely know nothing about architecture myself. Everything would just go straight over my head. I'm a computer electronics person myself.
Ah, I see. I'm sure that comes in handy.
Less than you actually would think, actually.
I keep that in mind.
I'm beginning to consider changing my specialization to radios.
All right then. Okay, yeah, but he kind of pushes you through. You step through, and it looks like you walk through this long hallway. And on either side of you, there's just a lot of mirrors. It looks like you're just walking through this hallway, and there's stairways up and stairways down. But you're just seeing a lot of mirrors on each side of the wall. And he looks like he's just taking you down this corridor.
Interesting. So I have a question.
Yeah.
Am I being arrested, or what exactly?
Yeah, no. We're definitely not arresting you. This is this isn't exactly like the most formal procedure. This isn't I'd say a good approximation is you're being taken in for questioning.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, no, you got rights and stuff. Yeah, you got rights and stuff. Don't worry about that.
I'm not worried. I wanted to know what situation I was in.
That's about it. That's about it, really.
Well, I'll answer anything you ask.
All right, we're just gotta get you to I have some rules I gotta follow. It's you know how it is.
That's understandable, of course. Rights and stuff. My favorite things to have.
Who's that? You gotta have rights and stuff, man.
They're useful.
They are useful.
Usually.
They are pretty. No, all the time. Actually,
I don't know.
no, don't start this argument about rights.
Anarchy.
It's fun. That's not. That doesn't have anything to do with rights. That has to do with government.
If you have anarchy, you technically have no rights.
Well, yeah, but
there's nothing defined. Anyways,
That's fine. It's fine.
we can talk about that another day.
I mean, we will. All right.
We certainly will.
Okay, but yeah. Sorry, so he continues to lead you forward. And after a good ways, you probably go down about 3 or 4 floors. You wind up in this large, it is large. It's probably like the size of, think of like a standard school gymnasium.
Oh, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty big. I wasn't lying to you. A standard school gymnasium, and it appears to be, not like, yeah, no, it's like padded.
Padded?
Yeah, like,
So
you're not
gonna hurt myself.
You're not stupid. You can tell this is like a room they'd put somebody insane in. There is, however, a table set up in the middle, and it looks like there's a light and a file with some documents in it. And he does walk into the room with you.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm a little concerned that you might think I'm insane, but that's all right. I'd probably been called insane before.
I mean, I just got here too. I didn't set up the room. This is the room they told me to use.
I'm not blaming you at all. It's beyond you, I'm sure. I'm just here, really.
Yeah, really. All right. Yeah. So about a quarter of the walk to the table, which isn't very far, but just so you know, he does take the handcuffs off, and I mean, a guard did close the door as you came in, and is just standing patiently outside.
That's fine.
Or some kind of guard figure.
I'll go to the table and just take whatever chair he doesn't.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you go to the table and he sits on one side, and once you sit down, he kind of reattaches the other half of the handcuff to that little thing in the middle of the table.
The bar. Yeah.
Yeah, the little bar.
Okay.
And it looks like he opens up. It looks like he opened. Actually, yeah, he opens up this folder, this Manila envelope, if you will. Not an envelope. It is a folder.
I love Manila folders.
He opens up this Manila folder and he kind of he looks inside, and he looks kind of confused, and he just says, yeah. All right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see. All right. Okay. So, yeah. So let's just start at the beginning. All right. So I know most of it. But okay. You're gonna have to start at the beginning.
All right. So I was in my ship, normal day, and I got this message incoming a job offer, opened it. It was Kravitz, your brother, right?
Right. Yeah. No, that's right. No, we're related, not brother. But
I can't say I follow you too closely. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. It's relation. You're fine.
You're relation, yes. And he says he has it's a job offer, and then I have to either accept or decline before I get more details because they're sensitive. And so I accepted because I need money, because who doesn't, and so then he detailed the situation, told me, what the job was.
Okay, we didn't, to my knowledge, we didn't send out any jobs in the last month or two. No, so I'm gonna need the details on that. What that job was.
Yes. Hold on. Let me see. Remember in my brain notes.
Yeah, you do have photographic memory, so you can just recite it from your memory. But I know you as a player are checking your notes.
Yes. So he informed me that Joe Sakamura, another of your relations, I'm assuming names. Anyways.
Okay, stopping you there.
Yes.
Where you from, kid?
Hellsholm.
Hellsholm.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. I see the problem here. Yeah, no, you're a long ways from Hellsholm, kid.
Yes. I've been beginning to notice that.
There shouldn't be a. Okay, where were you when you got the mission?
I'll tell him where I was.
Okay, you were in D1W.
Okay, I don't think you actually told me that. But
Yeah, I think I did. Maybe I don't know.
I don't
You were
remember.
adjacent to E1W.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's Sorry, I'll let you keep talking. How did you get here? Just keep going.
All right. So I take the job. Anyway, so essentially the job was to find Joe who apparently doesn't exist now. Anyways, because he had disappeared on some job that he had been doing, and they hadn't been able to contact him in a while. So they gave me his last known coordinates, which were this. And so I said, okay, closed the message, and then I set off to the coordinates. What I found in that sector was a bunch of just dead ships floating.
What side did you say this was?
W something.
E1W.
E1W. That's the one.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Keep going. Yeah.
And so, dead. Mind you.
Yeah.
Space looked a little different than it does around here.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're not crazy. Just you're right. Keep going.
Okay. All right.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyways, so I go. I'm looking around with me and my AI Sam scan for the ship. We eventually find it. Brave New World, I believe it was called.
That sounds right.
Yes, and so we scan the ship. We find one life form on it.
Okay.
And so I dock. I enter the vessel. There's a bunch of bodies, lots of blood, some strange symbols actually written in blood. I found that gave me.
Yeah, don't look at those.
Yeah, I discovered that. Luckily, I didn't look at them for very long, so that there were some flashes of shadow, but nothing too serious.
Okay.
It's gone away. And then I was also attacked by something with feet and like tentacles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that sounds right. Okay, yeah.
At least one of them, I think.
You do want to stick away from those.
Yes.
Those aren't great.
I discovered. Luckily, I didn't die.
Okay, we can skip through I don't need to know everything on the ship. How did you?
Oh, there was actually one odd detail about the ship. There was these purple, like, veiny things.
Okay.
In the wall.
Like the kind you see on the preacher ships, or?
Yes, like those.
Oh, that's not great.
No.
Okay.
But anyway, skipping to the important thing, as I'm sure you want.
Yeah.
I get to where the life sign is.
Yes.
Don't actually find anybody, which is the odd thing. But
okay.
I do find a message recorded. Oh no, did I find a message? Anyways, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I found a machine, with the crystals that the Cortholians.
Oh boy, that's not good.
It was like that, but very large in this machine, and it was off, and then it turned on, and then everything. Well, then I passed out actually. And then I woke up, and then it exploded, and I didn't die again, which is good.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. Okay, no, I do need to know one more thing.
Yes.
Who have you encountered since you got through?
Okay, well, there was Marimba and Krat.
Okay.
And then
was that those two?
Yeah, the ones on the ship.
Was that those two Felikians on the way in?
Sure.
Okay.
I talked to the crew of the ship of the Juno make.
Okay, yeah, we can get their information from the board.
Yes, and I went to a communications bar, so to speak. I couldn't read the name actually.
Okay, and that's we can figure out where you were. Okay, that's everyone. That's everyone you've talked to since you got off the Brave New World.
Yes. Well, except for Joe.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. Did you say Joe?
I did say Joe. He's the one who ripped off my arm.
He's through? He's here? Oh, God. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, no. Okay, that changes things. That does change things. We gotta... Okay, the cuffs are coming off. We're gonna have to... Okay.
I'm sorry, have I done something wrong?
No, well, no. You told us something is wrong, not you. Okay. So he's taking the handcuffs off. He's doing it a little quick.
Okay.
Can you make a will roll for me again?
A will roll?
This time -2.
-2. Then I failed by 2.
You failed by 2. Okay. That's not fantastic. Okay, so as his hand brushes against yours as he undoes the coupling on the handcuff, you are both actually no, this is you. Roll 3d6 for me.
Can do. They went flying.
What is that?
11, 12.
11, 12? Okay, you are both launched about two yards backwards away from each other. And you regain 18 health for me.
8? I don't have 8.
Well, then regain to full.
Okay. What just happened?
Okay, and you see Eddie's already on his feet, and you can see he's kind of got like his sleeve to his mouth, and you can hear him loudly go, "Okay, I'm gonna need backup. He's already been touched." Okay, and you can see looking down at your body as you ready yourself to your feet, you see all of your wounds and scrapes have been completely healed. And in the place where there was a large gap missing in your body, there is a large purple and muscular arm.
Oh, okay.
Make another will roll for me?
Yeah. Oh, there goes my dice. This is interesting. That's also a 12. No, wait, sorry, 11.
Not quite enough.
Yeah.
Your will's 12, but that's not quite enough. All right, so you are going to have to attack Eddie.
No, I don't want to.
And that's where we're going to stop for today.
Dang it, purple arm.
I'll stop with enough time to talk for a little bit. But at the same time, so we can talk, but at the same time, I'm going to be getting my stuff on to go to class.
Yeah.
So here's the end of session talk.
This is kind of confirming what I've been what my mind's starting to be piecing things together.
Oh,
like based on normal sci-fi knowledge. Out of character.
What do you got?
I'm guessing that this isn't quite the same reality that I was in before.
Okay.
Or something to that effect. Because every time I said, the purple fog, everyone just keeps going, yeah, space, which definitely wasn't space at the beginning.
Yeah.
Also, the reactions of he's gotten through kind of helping with that. And the fact that, where I was, which was, normal space for me, is now far out space.
Okay.
And also the fact that I've, never really seen an alien before.
That's true.
Kind of.
They're not, I just want to make sure in daily life, they are not they don't not exist.
Right.
They're just uncommon.
Uncommon. Yeah. And this is a lot of them.
Yeah. I was just making sure you knew it wasn't like, oh my god, aliens.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you're like, it's aliens, and you weren't like, make a fright check or like,
oh yeah, no,
see if you know what that.
They're uncommon, but
right.
Aliens exist. This is a lot of them.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was getting from the language.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been feeling. But now I have slightly more confirmation, which is fun.
But not enough to actually fully know what's going on.
How do you like regaining 18 HP? I like it, but also I don't like the purple arm.
Really?
No.
You don't want a free little arm?
I don't, because it's making me attack Eddie.
That is correct.
And I like Eddie.
Everybody likes Eddie every time.
He's been a nice guy. Of all the Sakamuras I met, he's the only one who hasn't tried to kill me.
You've met one.
I've met 2 now.
Yes, now. All right.
So, out of the 2 I've met, 1 has not tried to kill me.
Oh, actually, let's see. I have a few minutes. I can finish that little recap for chat if we'd like, because I cut him off at the part where Eddie would have cut him off.
Oh yeah.
All right. So yeah, he got through the rest of the way through the ship. Eventually, he had to avoid a horrible little beastie. Once he got there, the device activated, rendering him unconscious. Upon returning to consciousness, there was some messages on one of the machines telling him that he'd be told what to do. Then the message shorted out. He made his way back through the rest of the ship, which he discovered back in pristine condition, not how he had left it on his initial trek through. He found some strange things on the way back, like some odd beads that when he touched them seemed to take him to the viewpoint of creatures that they correlated to in some somewhere or something similar. He looked outside and saw that space was not black, but a large void of kind of purple fog. And after trekking for a ways, he went back to where his ship should have been, only to discover there was no ship. Getting into one of the escape pods on the ship, he journeyed out to look for a working vessel, before quickly discovering that the ship was non-operational in the fact that it began leaking. And right before succumbing to unconsciousness, That's right, you were contacted... I don't know why I forgot. You were contacted by the Cortholian preacher vessel, which appeared to be housing Joe. You passed out. The next session you woke... Or no, this was the same session.
Yeah.
You woke up in the preacher ship with no clothes and no gear. After searching for a while, you found a closet full of dead bodies.
I did. Which
you later came back to watch the video analysis of their little
device
chest cam and found that they fired on Joe at some point.
And he asked them a question.
He did ask them a question. Joe was asking quite a lot of personal questions.
He did.
Speeding through, you went to the... Actually, no. This session had a lot. You do got to watch session 2.
You do. There was a lot of things.
Session 3 and session 1 I can summarize. Session 2's got a lot happening.
Yes. The
cathedral section specifically, I can't really summarize.
Yes.
It does end in a betrayal though, which I'm sure you've gotten from 3 or 4. Betrayal of Joe. And
yes.
Subsequent fleeing from the Brave New World, which gets us to our current location.
Yes. And here we are, with a giant purple arm.
Okay, ending a little early today because I got a final I got to make it to. But yeah, this has been Roll Out of Bed, where no matter what time it is,
we just woke up.
As always, I was your Game Master, Nev.
And I was your player, Ian.
And we will see you again next week, unless something goes wrong.
Yes.
That is Fridays, 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. PDT.
That's it. Follow our Instagram and Twitter.
Make sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell. And that still feels awful to say as a real person, just to make sure you know.
Yeah. It's not
right,
what you say.
Oops, I closed the thing before the video was done. Oops. You saw my shameful taskbar. You know, we're ending it now.
We're good.
Thanks for joining us,
Thank
guys.
you.
We appreciate
Bye.
the support.